I also definitely watched a little bit of Hogan Knows Best, enough to go, oh, he really wanted to also fuck his daughter, didn't he?
So bad, man. God, Brooke is so fucking hot, brother. Oh, damn. I'm sorry.
I watched way too much Hogan Knows Best before I knew he was a racist, so I'm very familiar with that narrative.
I saw him apply suntan lotion or whatever it was to her, and I said, "Oh, we're good. We are not watching."
The Red Sox just took the lead.
All right. No, for
Sox!
anybody in the future who's listening to Dark Matches 2, the Red Sox just took the lead.
Absolutely. On the way to a possible World Series championship.
Don't say that yet. That's much too early.
I know. But if it's on there when we do Dark Matches later, I'm going to sound like a freaking genius. So.
What else did we see? I saw, is it Seven? Is that what he's called?
Ooh, buddy. Ooh.
The weird pseudo Dustin Rhodes thing.
I don't know why that was like, we should make him a child molester.
Yeah.
We should just make him a child molester. Well, he was a gay before, right? Or at least like a gay pastiche.
He was a Liberace pastiche.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. We're in Atlanta. We have very limited, very skinny views on things.
The gays.
On the gays.
Mm-hmm.
You were a gay, right, Dustin? No. Well, if you could be a gay, you could be a child molester. That's the way we see it. It's like, guys, this is a bad idea. All around. Yes, terrible.
I also have seen several of the best WCW fails, and I'm a big fan of all the times they tried to drop blood on that one guy and it missed.
That's another good one.
I believe is every time.
Yeah, every single time. They were not having very good aiming skills that night. It was a big old mess.
I also had to do a couple deep dives on characters that have wrestlers that have recently popped up in AEW stuff, because I acknowledge that they have like a whole ass history that I don't know.
Such as
Adam Cole, baby. Because beyond that, I was like, yes, boyfriend of Britt Baker.
Right.
That was the extent of my knowledge there.
The accused that Britt Baker was backstage having sex with by Ruby Soho. Yes.
Aw.
I might get to meet them in a couple of weeks. I have a press pass for Rhode Island Comic-Con, and I'm available at the time of their press junket.
If you record anything, we would air it on the Rasslecast. Special correspondent Kat Chinetti spoke with
reporter
Ace reporter Kat Chinetti on the scene. Kat Kitteridge on the scene.
I mostly just want to be though like, hey, talk to me about Sega Dreamcast, please.
Yeah.
You guys ever play video games together?
Who's this dork? He'd say it, but then he'd be totally playing. He'd be joking.
Hey, Dr. Britt Baker, please stop terrorizing the support of Formlabs by refusing to upgrade. Do you want the friends and family discount? Will that make a difference? I'll give it to you.
Yeah, when he left Up Down because he has to, the video that they put together for his I didn't do well with that.
Oh, it was rough.
Well, that was a part of the reason. I don't know if you guys ever listen to like Chris Van Vliet or anyone like that. But he did an Adam Cole interview fairly recently, and he's like, that's a huge part of the reason I chose AEW.
Because it's streaming.
He's like, because I wanted to be able to like own the rights to the things I do in my free time.
True.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I don't know if you've seen any of the Uno game footage. But like that was something that they started just at the beginning of the pandemic, that to entertain themselves, and then they were like, oh, we should just, of course, because we play video games and everything else, it's a game that we're playing, we might as well go ahead and show that to everybody. And that became huge. Like they got their own Uno deck, and you know, it spawned like a t-shirt line and all that. Like so much stuff, and it was like,
and they couldn't make money off any of it.
Right.
Well, I noticed also that like Bianca Belair has stopped streaming regularly. Like she was trying to start that for a while. And like I know that was part of the reason that like Miro left as well.
Yeah. I gotta get my taste.
Yeah.
Give me my taste.
If you guys ever
Let me wet my beak.
Miro, a long time ago, he did Super Yoshi Super Yarn Adventures or whatever the new like Yoshi thing is. Yeah. And it was so fucking endearing.
I was watching all of them on streaming. Like
they're all great.
Yeah, I would watch.
They're all really great.
I can't think of a wrestling name. I'd watch Mia Yim on there, and or is that her wrestling name? E. I'm thinking. I'm just getting her confused. Keith Lee's fiance.
Yeah, it's Mia Yim.
Yeah, thank you. So I watched her. I watched Charlie, who's Dakota Kai.
Yeah, the BRE.
Yeah, the BRE.
Best roommates ever.
I still follow Adam Cole, man, and Adam Cole on there, yo.
Cole is my guy.
He is the sweetest dude,
I love
man.
Cole.
He's playing Halo.
He's such
He'll
a
sit
sweet
down the
dude.
controller. He gets on, and if you're familiar with Twitch, it'll like it'll do a hype train, and people can donate and buy and kind of. Build, hype up the streamer, send money to the streamer. He'll get on there and they'll do the hype train, and he's just all smiles. And then he'll be playing Halo and stuff, and then Prince Pretty will be on there with him too now, hanging out, because he didn't work for WWE. He's still on Up, Down, Down though, and. And then he'll just sit the controller down like, I just love you guys, man. And he'll just sit there, read the comments. He's like, man with a red hat, man, thank you so much for the 100 bits, man. That means so much. He's, oh, you want me to put my hair down? All right, I'll put my hair down. And he puts his hair down. He's like, I haven't watched it, man. Last night was a little crazy because normally he'll stream Thursday after Dynamite.
Yeah.
And and he's just so nice. He's like, I just love you guys. And he'll do that for like 40 minutes and like won't even play the game. And you're like, I guess I should play Halo, huh? And he'll get back to Halo.
The thing that is, and this is probably going to sound really weird, is that like I was getting very tired. Like I was not even loving to hate the Elite anymore. I was just finding them very grating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And him coming back made me like them so much more. Because it's a very different dynamic now.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that dynamic in a way that like it's frankly, because I was like, if I see the fucking Young Bucks one more goddamn time.
The Bucks do annoy me. It's
gotten so bad.
I really tried with the Bucks.
But I actually I like them a lot on being the Elite when they're just like
being goofballs.
But whenever they walk out, like on the show, and the music starts, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Like.
And it's not like, oh, I love to hate these guys. It's like, go away, heat.
They make me itchy.
That's how I feel about Cody now on there, honestly.
Yeah. Has Cody officially turned heel, or is he just still trying to?
He's starting. They just accused him of going to Hollywood, and he basically told Arn Anderson to eat shit. And remember, kids, Arn spelled backwards is NRA.
I hate you.
Yeah.
So,
didn't he just threaten to shoot him in the head anyway?
Well, he told Cody that if a guy came up to him and asked him for directions, Cody's gone too soft and too Hollywood, he would say yes, but Arn would just take the gun out of the glove compartment and shoot him in the head.
Yo, Arn, we had a thing. Nav had posted that thing. I don't know if you saw it in the you're in like both wrestling groups, right? HYPHEN?
Yeah, I'm in there.
Yeah, where we put up the Arn Anderson with the gun picture.
Yes.
And we were all making up nicknames for Arn Anderson. We called him Armed Anderson, Arn Blammerson.
My understanding is that the subgenre of the meme is called Armed Anderson.
Yeah.
But it's like, remember, kids, Arn spelled backwards is NRA.
Arn Cannonson.
I'm officially Arn Blammerson for the rest of this pod.
Arn
just made it Zoom official.
Yes, so Cody's about to turn heel because it's pretty fucking obvious, and it's bad when people like Malachi Black, whose whole thing is supposed to be like unlikable significantly more than you, except in Florida, where all the racists live.
Woof.
I watched the Roads to the Top, the premiere episode, and both him and Brandy were getting on my last nerve.
I still like Brandy. I don't
Brandy
know
a lot.
why. I haven't.
They didn't do her any
Roads...
favors in her portrayal in the show.
I haven't been watching Roads to the Top because I don't have cable.
Okay.
But I
You're
feel
not missing
like
much.
it's more they're trying to further the kayfabe in a way,
Yes.
but they are marketing it as real, and it's frustrating.
Yeah, it's very
is my understanding
entwined with the product, with the AEW product.
because like I really like Shot of Brandy because I feel like it's just them like dicking around,
Right.
And like even on
Right.
the episode that Cody was on, like I didn't think Cody like came off great. Like he really reminds me of the guys who would make fun of me in like middle and high school. Even though we have
Losers.
enough like interests in common that I think we'd probably actually get along.
It's some really good stuff with if you want to see likable Cody, there's one thing that he does as Stardust where he stays in character the entire time on Up Up Down Down, and he just keeps running down random things about Star Wars. It's great. It's amazing.
I haven't
I
watched
feel
that
like
in
if
so
he
long.
and I like sat down and had a beer, like we would probably be like weirdly friends for life.
Yeah, it wouldn't
but
be weird.
Every
It wouldn't
time
be
he,
weird.
every time he gets in the ring, I'm like, oh, here's Homelander again.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm not questioning Cody the person. It's definitely the character that I'm not feeling at this point. And I was all
Yeah.
on the Cody Rhodes boat like 4 years ago when
But
he
I
went
think
independent.
I think it's very calculated. I think
Yeah.
that Cody Rhodes is because okay, we might have to pod, so I apologize because I'm afraid by revealing this I might reveal like a source slightly too close to the source, and I don't want them to get in trouble.
Yeah, do this post pod.
Yeah.
After I stop record.
But remind me to circle back to like the gimmick they were going to use for him
Okay,
and why that changed.
gotcha.
Cool.
Because I think they had in the same way that like they kind of you could tell they were scrambling when Adam Page like wanted to go be with his wife when she had the baby, and they clearly had to fill time for a while.
Oh, okay.
Like I think they had to do a similar scramble with him, and they just kind of grabbed the first thing that kind of fit,
Sure.
and they accidentally like basically made him into Homelander. Which
Fuck
was
it, do it.
hilarious because he premiered in that outfit like right before his wife was about to have the baby and they start breastfeeding. And I was like, he can't not know.
Hey man, he got Rosario Dawson in his corner though.
Is that what's happening? Yeah, I did see her there.
Yeah.
And, I was telling Nicole.
I'm not a huge fan of hers anymore. After that whole beating up the trans housekeeper thing that
that was
got dropped.
weird.
Yeah. It's like
It
I'm
was
glad
really
these lies and allegations
weird.
are over. I'm like,
Yeah, the issue is that like I've heard a lot of things about her. Like, I won't even say not being very nice. I will say being actively rude,
okay.
especially to like visibly queer folks.
Ugh,
Woof.
not a good look. Oh shit.
Ah, shit.
And I'm
And
gonna
all
add,
shit news.
I'm gonna add the allegedly because I also like I don't know what she's going through. I don't know if that's like people just
Yeah.
felt slighted.
Mhm.
Yeah, guys.
so
Don't
we're
make
gonna
your
add-
problems other people's problems, guys. Don't do that. That's
But also, I
gross.
feel like there's a very gracious way that you can tell somebody to go fuck themselves, like as a celebrity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there 100% is.
Have you guys been watching Twitter, where people have said the meanest celebrity you've ever met, the nicest celebrity you've ever met?
No, I did not see
That was
any
like
of
a
those.
thread going on.
Oh Lord.
I had Magic Johnson as the nicest celebrity because shout out
Shout
to
out the Magic.
shout out to the Deja Vu Dreamgirls Club. Wink. What was I? I had to be like 22.
He was a young buck.
I was so young.
No pun intended.
So
Super
yeah,
quick.
really weird. I think I've told this story on the POW, but I was coming out of the bathroom. There was a very large man coming into the bathroom, and I was like, That nigga big as shit. And was just like, wait a minute. And so I got so dumb starstruck. First of all, of course, I went to Michigan State. I was on, slightly off Michigan State's campus at the time. And Magic Johnson, a god at Michigan State, comes into the bathroom just randomly as hell. I'm not expecting, there's no announcement. There's no, hey, Magic Johnson going to be here tonight. Just Magic Johnson walking into the bathroom. And my eyes were like, hey, nigga, that was Magic Johnson. And my brain's like, fuck off. No, it wasn't. And it's like, everything is like, hey, feet, take us into the bathroom to see if that was Magic Johnson. And it's like, I'm not going to go back into the bathroom to talk to a man whose penis is now out and using it to, relieve himself. That's fucking weird. But, I was already walking back to the bathroom and my hand was already pushing the door. And there he was, relieving himself. No, there was no $1 million smile right now because I was being annoying. Because I was talking to him as he was trying to piss. And I said, I never expect to see you here. And he was just like, he looks over his shoulder. He's like, haha. It was just like, get the fuck out of here. So, I scram back to my seat with my boys, Seth, Branson, Ray, all of them. Shout out to those guys. Because I ran back over. I was like, dog, Magic Johnson is here. Everybody's like, shut up, dog. There's no Magic fucking Johnson here, dog. I'm like, he is in the bathroom right now. I just embarrassed myself confirming that it's Magic Johnson. It's Magic Johnson. So he comes back out of it. So now they're all at the stage where the dancers are, and nobody's looking at the dancers. They're all looking to where the men's bathroom is. They're all looking to the men's bathroom door, awaiting confirmation that Magic Johnson is here. And here he comes. He comes out of the bathroom. And everybody's like, holy shit. Okay, guys, stop. Cut it out. Cut the shit. Okay. All right, he's going to go back to his seat. All right, now, not to be dorks, let's all just go 2 by 2. Ask for an autograph or say hello. Okay? All right. Don't be dumb dorks. All right. So we go over, 2 by 2, and I'm sure he's annoyed, but he's Magic Johnson, dog. He knows who he is. It's Michigan State's campus.
His first rodeo.
Say his first rodeo. He's, and that's why he was so gracious and cool toward us. But I hand him a pin. So I take a pin, right? It was like a Paper Mate or something. I go.
He remembers the brand of pen.
Well, because I did this.
We love the attention to detail, fellas.
Is either a Paper Mate or a Bic, and here's why I remember. It wasn't something that you could click and then give it to him. It was something that my dumbass took the pin top and then handed him the pin top and then the pin separately, and he was just like, all right. He put it on. He signed the autograph. He gave it back to me. And it was the best fucking night because, of course, we were also always broke and, looking for entertainment in a one-horse town like Lansing, Michigan. And you run into Lansing's own Magic Johnson at a rundown strip club. It's great. It's a great night.
What did you have him sign? A napkin?
I had one of the basketball coach's cards.
Oh damn! You were prepared.
I had Stan Heath's basketball. Had his Stan Heath basketball coach, his card, and so yes, it's somewhere in the house right now.
There you go, man.
Exactly where it should be. But yeah, man, hell of a night. So nice celebrity. And Hillbilly Jim was cool. Oh, well, Hacksaw was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hillbilly Jim, as we were waiting in line to sign Hacksaw Jim, get our signature from Hacksaw Jim Duggan or get a picture with Hacksaw Jim Duggan, he comes up and he grabs Ray by the shoulders violently as hell, just from behind. Now, Hillbilly Jim is all of 6'8". All right, and big country strong. He comes and grabs Ray by the shoulders hard as hell and shakes him. He's like, everybody's waiting on old Hacksaw, huh? And he's like, oh shit, Hillbilly Jim. Why, hi. Nigga, like, damn, nigga. But he's fucking huge, just massive dude, just coming and grabbing Ray by the shoulders. But he was mad cool. Wrestlers tend to be, I think.
I agree. Wrestlers are among the best in the world.
Lou Ferrigno was really nice to me when I met him.
He seems like he would be.
Lou, big sweet Lou. Sweet Lou.
I was waiting in line to actually meet someone at the table next to him, and I smiled at something someone said, and he just goes, "You got a beautiful smile."
Oh, Hawk.
Oh. Wait, I think somebody who's Xavier Woods talked about he saw Lou Ferrigno at a Comic-Con too. He's like, hey kid, you got a great body. And he's just like, hey, thanks. And then like he tried to talk to him later about something, and like Lou like big leagued him.
Lou be giving compliments to people when they ain't expected it, then he don't want to talk to you later. I respect that.
So funny.
I respect that. Lead with the compliment, and then you can kind of
got a great body.
Kind of push him away later, like
What a great body, you fucking loser.
Yes.
Right.
That's exactly how it's done.
Well, shit. I mean, we're at super mid pod right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're in form right now. So,
it, man.
Kat Chinetti's here, in case y'all ain't know already. Welcome to the Rasslecast.
Thank you for having me back. I was afraid I made a fool of myself the last time.
No, you were great. You were absolutely great.
Your episode really gave us some diversity as far as like, as far as the episodes go. Not everybody has that. I'm glad that not everybody has the same story, and I don't need everybody to be a goddamn pro wrestling scholar, because people think we all think we know too damn much anyway. We don't know shit.
Yeah. And that's something I've been trying to get away from, honestly, as a fan, especially to get me back into wrestling on a regular basis, because I watched NXT 2.0 the first time. Guys, I watched it for the first time the other night, and I've really just I haven't been reading no dirt sheets or nothing, and I've just been reading the comments I see on social media, and they ain't even letting them finish a promo before they're hitting the next wrestler's music on the show. Like, Toxic Attraction, Mandy Rose, like, I'm going to be the next NXT Women's Champion. And it's right.
It's very WWE.
Right.
In that sense.
They didn't even let it sit there. And then it's like, here comes the next person coming out. And the girls are walking around the dude. And
that's very WWE.
Stomped all over him, man. Like, any momentum that little faction's getting, they... So
yeah, I have been discovering. First of all, I'm now just like, I watch Dynamite every week. Like, that's what I do on Thursday mornings if work is slow. Is we watch Dynamite.
Love it.
And Saturday morning when I'm getting ready for whatever we're doing during the day, we watch Rampage. We got a little rotation going. But I have really enjoyed investing in the minutia surrounding all of this. Hey, Cap. But I have been like, I started watching Evil Uno's vlog. I've started watching Being the Elite, or Behind the Elite, or whatever the fuck they're calling it now.
Whatever.
BTE.
Even though, like, I don't know. I get some ethical concerns about the Young Bucks, but that's fine.
Free your mind.
They said some things in an AMA a couple years ago, and like, I hope they've broadened their worldview slightly since then.
I think I remember reading that a few years back, but it's been a while. But yeah,
nigga.
No, okay.
If it helps, it wasn't that kind of worldview.
That does help.
It was more towards the Rosario Dawson side of things, I guess.
Oh, the Dave Chappelle of it all? Is that where we're at now?
Yes, but I imagine that they must have grown and changed, because they have supported, like, aggressively out wrestlers since then.
Well, good. Everybody's allowed to grow.
You know, when you meet one person who is somebody that you think, oh, I will never be friends with that kind of, oh wait, okay, they're just people
You're
too.
cool.
Okay, I guess you are cool. You're one of the good ones.
Yes, but then the one of the good ones is like, what if we're all the good ones and you're just being an asshole? Like the goal is to grease that wheel a little bit. I
Not
guess
everybody's the good ones. I think if we're accepting of everybody not having to be one of the good ones, just like, the true measure of humanity is not loving, people because they're fantastic. It's just like being able to accept people, all people, when they're being an asshole. Like, I don't dislike you because you are a guy, gal, or a non-binary pal. I just don't like you because you're shitty. You're a shitty person. And that's fine. A
really great line, and I think it's Muppets Take Manhattan.
Oh, classic.
All of them are great lines in Muppets Take Manhattan.
It's I can't remember what the guy does. I feel like he's in like a restaurant or a shop or something. And he says to Kermit, like, you have to remember that people's is people's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's when they're working at the restaurant. Yeah.
The restaurant. Yeah.
And
Kermit was getting it from the mud and that shit.
Yo, he was talking about bootstraps.
Kermit was on his grind
Yes,
on the
he
Muppets
was,
Take Manhattan.
You can also see that the puppet is starting to degrade in Muppets Take Manhattan.
Yes.
Kermit is saving up for a new body.
That's a good point. That is a very good point. That was
like those puppets look tired as shit.
They did
in that movie. For
That's
real,
still my favorite Muppet movie. And that was my first one. Still my favorite to this day.
All right. Well, fuck it. We're here.
Okay.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Is Joan Rivers and Piggy snorting coke in that scene in the department store, because they was tripping?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. I feel like they were at least supposed to be some kind of reference to cocaine. With
They were.
I think it was more meant to be making fun of the ladies who do cocaine than it was to be implying any sort of like drug usage, because I do think that while Jim and company would often parody like adult things,
Adult situations.
they wouldn't they wouldn't be that
blatant.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Of course.
No,
So it would
I
be
could totally see that.
more about parodying the women who get coked up and go to department stores
And
than
act
it
that
is
way.
implying that they do coke. If I know that's a bit of an oblique difference, but I do think it's kind of important to differentiate.
Yeah, I mean, for
Yeah.
anybody who's never seen that, seen that scene, I'm sure you can find it. But they're just like slamming, powder
Makeup everywhere.
makeup all everywhere, but especially on their faces. And I don't know. I was just like, man, this scene is weird. We get a lot of weird scenes in that movie. A lot of weird fucking scenes.
Oh man,
Like
I loved it when. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say the concept of Muppet Babies was born in that one,
The
too.
Muppet Babies was in that movie. I was just gonna say that I love Kermit trying to jog with the waitress that that befriended him in the restaurant. Piggy spying on him. Piggy was like everywhere, yo.
Piggy was wild.
Piggy was wildin'. That's the name of her autobiography. Piggy was wildin'.
I don't know if you guys have ever read Miss Piggy's Guide to Life, which
You've told me
like
about
1992, but it was the most influential book in my upbringing, and that says something because I read about a book a week.
Talk that talk, Kat. Book reader here, nerds. What up, though?
Yeah. The more that I think about it, the more that I'm like, damn, Miss Piggy would make a spectacular wrestling heel.
Yeah.
Well, she's a talented martial artist. Like
She is.
she's the most talented martial artist in the whole Muppet realm, because
Easily.
she beat the brakes off of Constantine in that helicopter, and he was feared.
She's definitely murdered somebody, right?
Oh,
like
oh,
maybe
hell
not
yeah.
on
She knows where the
purpose, but,
bodies
like,
are
yeah.
and where she left them. Yes.
and
100%.
shit, like, she has like,
shit, Kermit! I didn't mean
Yeah.
to kill him.
okay, have y'all seen the Muppet Family Christmas?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like my favorite special of all time. I'm about to show it to my partner for the first time this year because we just started watching Fraggle Rock together.
Oh yeah.
So now he like knows all the properties. So I think it'll be cute.
He's ready. Yeah.
You're really educating him, by the way.
Yeah, we are both ruining each other in such a way that hopefully, well, not hopefully, probably will never be attractive to anyone else ever again.
This is a very edifying relationship here that I'm seeing you guys are putting together.
Yeah, and for some fucking reason, he still likes me. Like, I'm very confused about this whole thing.
It's because you got a great smile.
You got a great
That's
smile.
That's the only reason.
A great smile. Hey guys, Lou Ferrigno.
Friend of the podcast, Lou Ferrigno.
You never know who's going to stop by the Rasslecast Power.
You never know.
Never know.
I mean, listen, if I can pull Adam Cole, baby, I will. Like,
please? Please do.
I'm going to invest in one of those dumb fucking microphones I can plug into my phone so I can actually get decent quality audio.
I got one of those. I got one right here.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, I got it for like $20 from Best Buy. And the
I'm so glad that you guys are cool and sophisticated podcasters, okay?
But
like I'm not.
Like weekly.
Oh,
was on the phone. Yeah, you got Mark Rob. You don't got to worry about nothing.
No, I don't. But he's not going to be in this event. We still haven't met in real life.
Oh Lord, does that even matter anymore?
What is real life even?
So he at one point was like, I think I'm gonna do a big crazy trip. And I was like, to come meet me, right? You are one of 3 people I talk to every day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
like,
COVID ruined our Boston trip. Me and Mark Rob were supposed to be there in summer of 2020. We were going to come
I
up
know,
there,
you were supposed to be here over my birthday.
Yeah, we had it all lined up. Yeah, it's all our fault that COVID happened. Blame the bats on that one. Good Lord.
Well, everybody get your booster shots.
Pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
Get your booster shots so I can finally actually meet my goddamn podcast co-host.
Look at that.
Look at you.
I just got popped today.
Nice.
Look at HYPHEN. So, Kat, I checked out a guy you recommended to us not that long ago. How in the hell did you discover Danhausen?
Well, let me tell you. So I went to a friend's AEW pay-per-view screening, and while we were at it's friend of Greg's. Shout out to JD. I'll have to send him this episode. And JD was like, "Yo, have you seen Danhausen?" And we were like, "Gesundheit." No.
Right. Good
And
answer.
he was like, "Holy shit, you guys need to, like, he's got a vlog. Like, check him out on social media. Like, he's in Ring of Honor," which I know. I'm not a big fan of them either because they're Sinclair Broadcasting. But like,
you broke Handsome Bane.
I did.
You broke him.
I'm just here, man. Don't worry about it.
To quote the immortal Elle Woods, what? Like, it's hard.
Stunting on him tonight.
But it and I was like
exhausted, guys. I'm really fucking tired.
I feel you, brother. That's why I couldn't move on Tuesday.
Okay, so he was like, "You gotta check him out," and I was like, "Fine." And so I watched a video of this, and I was like, "All right, like I think I get the vibe. I don't think this is my vibe. I don't think I like it." And then I was like, "But I'll follow him on social because like he's hustling his ass off, and I respect that." And then like.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I watch all Danhausen content from start to finish. Like I have a t-shirt. He's my first wrestling t-shirt. I'm all in.
Nice.
And the thing for me that did it is that I think he does such a good job of blending horror and comedy tropes.
Mm-hmm.
But also Donovan Danhausen. So not Danhausen, Donovan Danhausen,
right,
was on Conan O'Brien's podcast talking about Danhausen and how Danhausen is basically evil Conan O'Brien.
I love me some Conan.
It's the first episode of Conan Needs Friends, if you're interested.
Okay.
It's like a 15-minute segment. It's really great. And like hearing him talk about the philosophy and thought that goes into Danhausen, but also the fact that there's new Danhausen content every other day.
He does work his butt off. I was just looking at his YouTube channel.
But also, I don't know if I know I sent you the barroom fight, which he did lose.
I just watched that. I've never seen a wrestling fight in a bar with no ring.
Not only does the devil work hard, but Danhausen works harder. But like he's good. He doesn't win a lot because I think it's much funnier and works better for his character if he loses.
Yeah.
But he's good.
He knows the stuff. He looked decent in there.
I have it on good authority. He's also going on the Jericho cruise, which thumbs down on that, but hopefully that means we get him on that Dynamite.
That would be very cool.
Because his contract with Ring of Honor officially ends early next year.
Yeah, I'm going to say right now, I'm going to admit that I am not hip to Danhausen, so I'm going to check it out.
You better.
Yeah.
So Danhausen is an ancient evil. We don't know what specifically.
Okay.
And he wants humanity. Story. He wants humanity. And so he is first started by being very evil. Mm-hmm. And some people were like with it, but it was really hard to amass followers just being very evil.
Yeah.
So he decided to be very nice, very evil, because that is a great way to get followers. And what Danhausen wants is the human eyeballs on their televisions or internet televisions. So then he can get their human monies.
Okay.
Also, one of his finishing moves is pouring teeth into his opponent's mouths.
Is that what he was doing?
Yes, because he will argue with the ref that they are not foreign objects if he's returning them.
So he's ripping their teeth out and then putting them back in their mouth?
No. They're just teeth in a jar.
Just teeth in a jar. Okay.
But he's returning them. They were their teeth at one point.
Bartender gave him something, and then there was two guys holding down
teeth.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But then
it's amazing the chance you can get to happen in pro wrestling.
Well, so the thing that's the most interesting about Danhausen is in that fight in the bar, he gets on the bar and he yells music and he throws money behind the bar. And they start playing a song that you might recognize from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
It was spot on rendition of the whole tequila thing while wrestling this at least a 6'5", I guess. I think Pretty Boy
Smooth is 6'7".
Okay, yeah, he was Scottie Pippen tall.
Jim Cornette shit his pants for real.
And
Jim
now
Cornette shit himself for real.
People will start singing the instrumentation of tequila
during his matches
at Ring of Honor shows to the point where they've had to pipe in crowd noise.
He's over
because they were worried about copyright.
He's over. That's amazing.
Danhausen is so far over, and my favorite part is my friends who don't even like wrestling still watch his vlogs.
I was watching him open those Ninja Turtle toys. I watched maybe the first 5 minutes of that.
So there's one, if you're curious about Danhausen and not sure where to start.
He has a lot of content.
He has a great video called History with Danhausen. It's 4 minutes long. And he has X-Men figurines from the Hellfire Club.
Ooh,
and he claims that they are Thomas Edison and Benjamin Franklin. And he gives you a history of everything that they invented together as an inventor tag team.
Very nice.
None of it is correct, and all of it is funny. There's one moment where he explains that sunglasses were invented by Benjamin Franklin after Thomas Edison invented the light bulb because it was too bright and it burns the retinas. And it's all like that for 4 minutes. And it's a perfect encapsulation of does this land for you? If yes, proceed to everything else he's ever made.
History lessons with Danhausen.
All right, I'm here for it.
I got it. I got it saved to watch later, so I will be checking that at a later time, man. He looks like a fun time though. Like that wrestling match I watched, it was only 8 minutes long. That was incredible because literally looked like it took place 3 o'clock in the afternoon during NFL Sunday.
He had a big match with Dalton Castle, who I also like quite a lot. At like the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
Okay. Yeah,
he did lose, but the pop when he came out was bananas.
BANANAS?
Well,
Yes.
I mean, in true fashion to fiction, evil's supposed to lose. So I think I already get that from the whole.
Except I think Dalton Castle's low key a little evil right now too, isn't he?
He's the one that has the I don't want to say the boys, but he has like the
it's kind of a Freddie Mercury Elton John pastiche.
Yeah, like I always felt like it was kind of like a Caligula thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got the backup dancers.
Gotcha.
Got it.
So you even went so far to buy a Danhausen shirt.
Actually, Greg bought me a Danhausen shirt.
And this is your
my partner bought me a Danhausen shirt. Because at the Labor Day sale, he grabbed a CM Punk shirt, not the Ringer tee, which I love the Ringer tee.
That thing is
whatever.
selling like hotcakes.
The Ringer tee was limited edition for 48 hours, and it was so popular that it crashed all the sites. So he was just like, "Fuck it, I'll wait until they have a sale."
I'm just wearing an old one, so what can you do?
And I really liked the Midsummer Danhausen shirt, and I was really frustrated that both Pro Wrestling Tees and Shop AEW, which I think might actually be run by the same people, but like Honor Club and all that stuff, they charge more for the women's t-shirts, but also the women's t-shirts are from a brand that are known to be like less quality than the men's t-shirts.
Not a good look.
So the fact that they're more expensive, but also like made of shittier material really pissed me off.
Yeah.
And I tried to order at Danhausen's birthday sale, but Danhausen's birthday sale was so popular that it also broke their site.
Dang.
So I got like 15 confirmation emails, and then I was told none of them went through.
Wow.
Come on.
That sucks.
And so I was a little frustrated.
Girls can't wear wrestling shirts.
Well, that's the thing, right? But I got the shirt that is a pastiche on Midsummer. And so it is just Danhausen's hauntingly lovely. His very, very beautiful, very evil face in some beautiful flowers.
It definitely popped from the picture you sent us.
It has definitely been a thing that I have been stopped. Oh, well, first of all, my mother offered to fold some laundry while I was at work because
shout out the cat's mom. Shout out the cat's parents, man. Just in general, man. I know we put y'all through a lot, and HYPHEN Podcast Group appreciate y'all.
We had my dark load of laundry, and she turned the shirt inside out, like right side out. And I just heard, oh!
That's hilarious.
Should I grab the shirt? I have it. I know that this is not a medium, but like,
yeah.
Eric, did you look at the shirt? Did you see the shirt?
I saw it, but yes, I would not mind.
Let's do it.
Right, hang on.
And while
One
she,
sec.
yeah, go ahead.
And then let's get into.
Yeah, while she does that, Handsome Bane, do you either want to? We're going to say this is the gauntlet now. So, I added a question today saying what either was your first wrestling shirt or your favorite wrestling shirt that you've owned.
First or favorite? First and favorite. Fuck it, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Time. What else are we doing? We're talking about wrestling.
Talking about wrestling with Kat Chinetti, man.
Do it. Let's do it. Okay, I'll start it. First wrestling T-shirt was, I remember wanting a Brett shirt, but because I'm old, this was when you had to send away for things.
Oh yeah.
You know, you tear out the little envelope from WWF magazine and you check off what you wanted, and then you send in a money order and all that. Back in my day. And so at that point, like, things felt like super expensive.
Yes.
and I was also a child.
Yes.
And so I got a money order for like $6 and sent away and got the Bret Hart wristbands, the
Right.
purple, the pink wristbands with the triangle on them. So if my older brother didn't buy me one, then it had to be an Austin 316 shirt.
Oh,
It had to be an
okay.
Austin 316 shirt. Because before Austin 316 shirts came out, and I know that McMahon was giving Austin like a hard time about it, because back in those times, everybody had like, if you had a shirt, it had to be, face had to be like 90% of the shirt, and it had to have words and shit all over it, and they were just like, no, we're just gonna have a black shirt that says Austin 316 on it, and that's gonna be it. And it was like, that's not gonna work. And it was like, no, just fucking Austin 316. And they did it, and the shit printed money, and they got some of mine. And so yeah, that was but my favorite wrestling shirt, I have so many right now.
Can I just while you're thinking, send a heartfelt plea out to Hangman Adam Page?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, sweetheart. I'm so glad you're back on AEW. I've missed you. It's nice to see you. And I'm really glad that you've diversified your tights offerings. I loved your Dark Order kit, and I really liked the sunshine, like the sundown kind of pants you had when you came back. I thought you looked great. I'm really proud of you. Please make some fucking good-looking t-shirts.
Woof.
Because
I mean, one step
several
at a time,
of your designs are cute, but none of them, and I do mean none of them, would remotely work on a person with a chest.
We hadn't taken that into consideration. Thanks for the note.
And a little color besides shit brown wouldn't kill you.
All right. Shirts to accommodate tits. Wow, what do you think?
And
never thought about that. We'll get right on that.
I totally understand that playing with color is a little bit outside of your comfort zone. And I do actually have designs ready to go. So
now hang on. Don't put me out there. Now I like colors. But oh wait.
Wait. Who's here?
Okay.
Who's here? Hold on.
I was gonna say no. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Adam Page's t-shirt guy. I'm not.
I thought you were Undertaker.
I'm yeah. No. No. Well, I also I used to work with Taker. He's a great guy. He's one of the good ones. Helped me pull myself up by the bootstraps. And also guns and police. What else can I say there that's controversial? But yeah, okay. I'll pass these ideas right along to Adam Page.
Adam Page's t-shirt guy, ladies and gentlemen.
Colored.
You never know who's gonna stop by the Rasslecast.
For chicks with breasts.
I say this as a chick whose breasts are on the smaller side, but I was like,
wow. That's
gonna just look like it says shit. Like, it's not gonna say cowboy shit. It's the way it's gonna fold. It's just gonna say shit.
Now, we gotta get some models in here with knockers. I think just do some research. Also I'm from Chicago, so yeah, that's how we talk.
I know that I put myself out there on the last episode I was on to be Adam Page's stylist, and I feel like he's kind of found his voice in terms of what he wears now. But if I can get on the Adam Page bandwagon in any way, if I can design t-shirts, if I can design a themed bar experience, if I can work on getting him a partnership with Jack Daniels or something, like, let me know how I can help you, Hangman Adam Page. I too have an anxiety disorder. So like I think we have a lot in common.
Yeah, I take medicine for that. It's right here, I take some medicine, I help me sleep like a baby. I don't even wrinkle the sheets. I take some of this. I knock back a little bit of this, take a couple Xanax, I'm out. I don't even wrinkle the sheets, yeah, that's an idea there. Colored t-shirts for chicks, for broads with tits. All right, we're gonna get that.
Especially because I feel like both Adam Page and Jungle Boy are ridiculously over with moms right now.
Oh man.
Oh wait. Also, can I have a Christian
That's my
Page?
target. That's my personal target demographic.
MILFs.
Moms.
Can I have a sidebar about lovable DILF Christian Cage?
Yes, please. Why not?
Okay. So I recently was informed that the reason that Christian Cage didn't get a lot of WWE is because McMahon did not think he was attractive enough.
I've heard that. Mm-hmm.
And I would just like to say to Vince McMahon, do you have fucking eyeballs, sir?
I do. And he's skinny. He's skinny. I want it big. I need somebody that's beef. I need slabs of beef.
I don't know why. And Christian Cage listens to podcasts enough that if you tag him, he's gonna hear this, and then we're gonna have to talk about it at some point, I'm sure. But
Christian, come on the Rasslecast.
I just want to talk. I'm sorry I called you a DILF, but also you're welcome.
Facts are facts, man.
I don't know why.
He does have a really sexy smolder that he does there when he
watching
he's
him
looking for his peeps.
watching him parent Jurassic Express has been very. I'm oh,
that's hilarious.
Oh, and then people are yeah, he was too ugly to be successful, and I was like, okay, what? I saw clips from the year I was born, and he was not attractive then either. But I really feel the confidence that he now exudes as the outwork everyone energy, I think really works for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the confidence that he has in his presence and his current gimmick is really attractive.
Him and Edge both have a lot of DILF energy, yo.
And I don't even necessarily need it in a
Get
sexual way.
Here,
but I feel if I saw him in a bar, I would be hey, this guy's being creepy. Help me get away from him. And he would be oh, of course. I'm and that is.
Yeah. And then Christian also, amongst real people would look formidable.
Oh, yeah.
Amongst regular people who are in a bar would look.
Okay, but also if I showed up at a friend's house and that was their dad.
The blinking.
Is that your dad? Dude, is that your
dad? It's time to start rewriting Stacey's mom.
He's so
all right,
hot.
you girls don't stay up too late now.
Okay, Mr. Cage.
How late are you staying up?
And he gives you the wink,
Oh shoot!
Yeah,
I'm gonna end up on Gone Wild Stories or some shit.
I think this is the straightest I've ever been on the podcast.
How I banged my friend's dad at a sleepover. Girl, 18, whoa. Man, 46.
He was also a professional wrestler. Yeah, but
he's also a professional wrestler.
But maybe it's also no, I shouldn't say that. I'm not gonna say that out loud.
Okay.
So
that's gonna have to be an off-the-air edition, but
to bring it back
also,
to
did y'all know that Luchasaurus has a fucking doctorate?
I did not know that. Good for him.
In English literature, Dr. Luchasaurus to you.
I love professional wrestling, man.
Woof.
Never stop surprising me.
They could take this little funky English degree I got back.
But also he's wait. I want to be a character that says 6 words every 10 weeks.
We do need to have one promo where he just goes in.
Silent Bob's it.
Yeah, or I was gonna say
on the Elite at some point.
I was gonna say more like an from Little Rascals.
Yeah, that'll work.
Actually, I have a grasp of. Yeah, something like that.
Little Rascals undefeated.
Also, I don't think I've been on since, and I know this is old, so I'm sorry.
It's
but
fine.
Do y'all remember when Kenny Omega and Jungle Boy like wrestled? Like it was either 6 weeks or 6 months ago because time is not real anymore.
Yeah,
Time
it's a construct.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
And it was the single queerest thing I've ever seen in my life. And he kept saying that he was going to turn Jungle Boy into a Jungle Man. And he kept saying that he was going to like, he mentioned like his supple underwear model body. That's a direct quote. I literally wrote it down.
She wrote it down.
Like, I am so here for Kenny Omega's like hot gay summer. Then like the first thing he did was back him up and like touch his hair while making direct eye contact with him. And I was like, this is about to be a very different sort of pay-per-view match. Like, this is... Someone start playing that porn music. Like, yes, get them shorts off. Yes. Like, it had that vibe. I thought they were going to smooch.
So a couple of things. If you do want to see Kenny Omega smooch a man, am I stable? There we go. If you would like to see Kenny Omega smooch a man, then you should check out some of the old Golden Lovers stuff.
I did after my last visit because you suggested it then.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at us giving advice. Hell yeah.
They do have this at the beginning of some matches. Also, Jungle Boy is related to a friend of the show. Here.
You're breaking up.
Sorry.
Yeah. I heard Jungle Boy is friend of the show, and then we lost you.
Yeah, friend of the show, Hero Beats, is actually related to Jungle Boy in some weird way. So
that's what's up.
Well,
that's fine.
I'm a devotee of Renee Paquette's podcast.
I like it.
Yeah,
I do like it.
So
she's one of the good ones.
I don't know if you've ever watched her episodes with Moxley.
Yeah.
But it is very like, oh, that's me and Greg. Like, oh shit, oh God. Like, it's literally pretty much exactly us, like all the way down to the mannerisms and shit. And I think that's hilarious. But like, I just want to like chat with Jungle Boy and I are the same age as well. He's actually like, I think a tiny bit younger than me.
Oh, you can mentor him.
I just want to, I'm like, how, like, I want to chat about like how you knew what you wanted to do forever. Like the fact that somebody that age could know so thoroughly and be so driven and then also be so successful. I'm like, can we just like chat? Also, like, what do you do with what's your hair routine? I have questions. Like that is a curl pattern I had at one point in my life and I don't have it anymore. Can we chat? Like, do you gel? Do you do the curly girl method? Like, what are we doing?
Well, I mean, not to be the guy to try to answer the question with something that I haven't done, but that's kind of like something that all pro wrestlers, well, most pro wrestlers share, is that they just knew that they were going to be pro wrestlers. Mm-hmm. If you ask like so many of them, like they've had other jobs and they'll be like, there's a big subsection of pro wrestlers that are like, I don't know what else I would have done if I wasn't a wrestler. I didn't have a backup plan. This was it. This was it. Like so many of them say that. And so it's kind of like a thing that I think like when I trained for it at 15, that was the time to be like, I am going to be nothing but a pro wrestler. I think the only other guy who like really did it, started like later in life, was DDP at like 32.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, most of them are like, yeah, my first match, I was 15, 16, 17.
See, there's definitely part of me that's like, shit, if my knee wouldn't shatter on impact, I would do this. I'm 23. I've got a decent, or I'm 24. Oh my God. I'm 24 now. I've been 24 since July. I'm 24. I've got a decent amount of money saved up. Like, fuck it. Right. But at the same time, if I land on my knee wrong one time, I don't have a knee anymore.
Right. So You got to find a way to be involved without being involved is what it is.
I need to be a Vicky Guerrero is what I need to be. I need to show up screaming in a dress I have no business wearing at my age and just like ruin everyone's day. Leave.
I don't know. And I think I don't know, part of me feels like that's also just like a we hate women thing. It's like if you're not like super smoking hot, you know, like we just don't want to.
No. I would just like to state for the record, Vicky Guerrero is super fucking smoking hot, and the fact that any woman over like 35 realistically has a job in wrestling is like honestly a check mark in my book. Like good, great.
Especially doing the Vince.
Yes.
There's my daughter Stephanie. Should have my daughter Stephanie come on the show.
She was hot before she turned 35. Now she's a no-go.
I've seen her. She was beautiful. And then she got her tits done. And then she married a hunter.
Anyway, no, I gotta figure out how to be like what's the name of the slutty librarian? Leda something.
Which slutty librarian?
She used to date Pretty Peter Avalon in kayfabe. I don't know if they were actually together in real life, but a lot of being the elite is like devoted to maybe getting them to get back together right now.
Okay.
And like I think I haven't seen her wrestle on any program for the last like 2 years, but she's around all the time. Like I could do that.
You totally could. Like you've introduced like 15 different concepts that would all work in a professional wrestling arena.
And there are a ton of people.
At one point, Greg was like, I want to start wrestling again. And I was like, great. What's our gimmick? What am I wearing? What time do you need me to show up?
Right.
Like, because I'm in.
With or
like,
without bells.
if I can be a manager or character, or even just the girlfriend. Like I think I explained in my last episode that like shit, if MJF had a manic pixie dream girl,
you did.
I think that would be amazing. And I still think that.
That's I think that is missing from his character. He needs I think if he had I don't want to say like a cheerleader.
You should tweet him right now.
But
hey.
I don't want him to be mean to me.
That's kind of the thing.
I mean that's the risk you run.
He'll be mean to you on the mentions, then he might get in the DMs.
DM you
be
like, hey, listen,
what up?
Kind of like a what do you call it? Francine, the head cheerleader kind of thing. Like when she got with fucking Troy Martin. I can always say his real name, Shane Douglas. She got with him. And like that was, I really feel like his character, like he had tried to do things. He had Sherry in his corner before and it worked, but I don't feel like it worked the way it did with Francine. Like when she turned on the Pit Bulls and joined the franchise, that nigga like truly became like the character he was supposed to be.
Yeah. And I think there's something really interesting about the idea that there's like another character out there that could turn MJF a little more human. And then in true Manic Pixie Dream Girl style, she disappears. And that makes him worse.
Yeah. See, there it goes, Kat. I'm telling you, man.
Like, listen, I would kayfabe date MJF. It's fine. He's cute. He's actually age appropriate for me, which is
even better.
Unlike me.
It'd be something for him to, actually give me some fucking points in my fantasy group.
But like, because right now, like, obviously he's kind of, is there a word for over if everyone hates you? Is it still just over?
He's got heat. He's got major heat.
He's got major heat. And I like him a lot.
Nuclear heat. Mm-hmm.
He's kind of just like, let me say the one come up with, And then anyway, okay. I'm saying that he's a one-trick pony.
His promo with Brian Pillman Jr. I thought was really strong, actually.
That was, yeah, it was good.
Also, I want all good things for Brian Pillman Jr. What a cute bean. I love his.
What a guy who's been through too much.
Too much is not even the right words. Yeah.
But like, I love the Varsity Blondes like friendship. I love their friendship with Julia Hart. Like I feel like they've got something there, and I hope that they get an opportunity to actually start like doing well soon. But I'm really glad that he got his foot in the door through that actually really good fight with MJF, even though he lost.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know why. I just can't. Julie Hart is not like pushing through for me.
I don't want to say I don't
with her.
I don't get her, but I get her in the context of them.
Yeah.
And I like their friendship.
Yeah, she doesn't pass the Bechdel test, is what I'm saying. So,
not yet.
Yeah. That sucks. But yeah.
So like there's stuff happening there, and I hope that starts to solidify for them soon. Because I'm ready.
AEW has so many dope pieces that
they really do. I love some of the stuff that's happening in the Dark Order right now. Like even that, just them agreeing to vote, and they all got a little personality moment in that one conversation.
That was cool.
Yeah, that's what was missing for me for them. Where it's just like, anytime you have a huge stable, somebody's always going to get lost in the sauce. But like, you always want people to be able to like point to their own thing.
Right, and the thing is, I think a lot of that was kind of in the brain of Brody Lee, and obviously he's no longer with us, and I think a lot of that was lost with him.
Shout out to Amanda Huber. Then they made her officially All Elite today. Which is amazing.
Her coming in and being like, "What the fuck is wrong with you people?" Was so good.
That worked a lot for me.
And I also think a lot of it was real. There was a lot of catharsis for her there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're in the hometown and everything where Brody's from. So
at one point, she very publicly said, like, -1 hasn't been on Dynamite because -1 has not been doing his homework.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
I fuck with her so much on Instagram, man.
Yeah.
Amanda don't play. She will cuss somebody out and then tell them how much she appreciates them in the next tweet or post. It's amazing. And I love how raw and real she is.
It takes that kind of woman to be with Brody, because he was like, you know, like if he wasn't your best friend, he could be like grating.
Yeah.
You know, like even to your best friend, like Big E always talks about it. Like, you know, how that was, he would come over his house and like just roast the shit out of everything in his house. And he's like, dog, like, you're supposed to be my best friend, bro. Like, what? Like, you live down the street.
There was a
Why
bit
are you doing this?
John Silver mentioned where he's like, yeah, I have exactly as the tallest and shortest members of the Dark Order, I have his exact ring gear to scale for a bit that we were supposed to film, but the bit never happened, and I don't know what it is, but I know that I have this beautiful ring gear that he got custom made for me.
Wow. That's rough.
And like, I can only imagine what that must be like, you know, to know that you guys have a direction, but to lose it. And I think that I actually really like the Dark Order as like chaotic good.
Yeah. Yeah. I do as well.
And I like that half of them are trying to do right by Adam Page's wishes, and half of them are trying to do right by what they think is best for him. And I don't know, man. I just shit, homie. Like the storytelling that they've done, even though the Elite sometimes makes me want to jump out a window.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
No, you go ahead.
You were saying something, and we.
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay. We heard something.
I wasn't saying anything. I was trying not to yawn. because
got
I'm
you.
exhausted.
I feel you, dog.
I think that the storytelling and the subtlety that they've managed with the Elite and Adam Page, like I think, because I tried to start watching Dynamite like 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and that like subtlety and nuance wasn't there to keep bringing me back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm increasingly realizing that like even like CM Punk's story of like I'm not done fighting yet, but I wasn't fighting over there.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
He's bullshitting. Being sick.
It's such a more interesting like story than some of the like I like that they're starting to like create specific niche in-depth plot for these people.
I know, man. It's
Also,
so good
maybe,
right now.
maybe the reason I like MJF so much is I like watching Chris Jericho get hurt.
I do too. So I cannot be mad about that.
I almost brought a champagne split tonight to make a like bit of the bubbly joke, but I wish, because if you listen to the Jericho podcast, which there is a Danhausen episode, pirate that wherever you pirate your podcasts. It's very good.
Don't pirate
he also only refers to Chris Jericho as Chris Judas, which feels pretty fucking loaded.
Yeah, I think that's how we should refer to Chris Jericho from now on. We should just borrow that right from Danhausen.
That sucks because
also,
I heard what you said about his podcast and just like how how he has a really for lack of a better, pretty good interview style.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that he does have come on his show, and then he just took that turn. The show was enjoyable, and some of my favorite stuff, some of my favorite conversations that I've heard wrestlers have, they had them on the Chris Jericho show.
Yeah,
and now it's just like I cannot in good
I
conscience
won't
listen to that.
I won't.
At all.
If you can find a way to pirate it, I highly recommend the Danhausen episode.
I mean, there's plenty of ways to pirate it. I mean, it's just find a place where it doesn't count towards the streams. But
honey, I'm playing the innocents because this is on the internet and people will hear it.
Yeah, that's where you can hear the Cody Rhodes Xavier Woods story, because they went to rival high schools in Georgia, and there's the story of where Woods says that he had a crush on this girl. The girl was on a date with Cody, and they used to like wrestle each other. Like they were rivals. Well, at least in Woods's mind. He said he would try to beat Cody, and it felt like for him that he had beat the American dream himself. And so it was like, he felt like I was going to beat Cody, and then Dusty was going to come up to me and interview me and like try to, he's going to interview me for a job, and I was going to become a pro wrestler just straight out of high school with Dusty. But he said he lost to Cody like by points or something. And he said that the girl, Woods knew the girl. He goes up and hugs her and says, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just on a date with Cody over here." And he says Cody looks back and he's like, "Oh, that guy? I beat that kid." And then he bowls a strike.
Fucking Cody.
Dog, it was like the worst. And so in the middle of the interview, like Cody's like, "No, man, I didn't do that." And it's like and then he like completely turns heel on Woods, and he like says that Woods was in a gang, and he had like he said Woods was in the Rough Riders. Actually, he said Woods came in with a Rough Rider chain and a huge black guy behind him as his heater. He was like, "Yeah, I was scared. I was scared to death, man." Fucking hilarious. Yeah, old Cody content is great, man. Go back and check that out.
But also, wow. I feel like Jericho's episode with Nyla Rose, went a very long way in helping, especially I would say old school wrestling fans who have a narrow-minded view of what women's wrestling is.
Say it.
Cishet white men. feel more accepting of her. And it breaks my brain a little bit that the person who really stuck his neck out for her is also the same person that is like, his wife was at the insurrection and that's fine.
Yeah.
Now, hang on. Hey, y'all. Mark Calloway here, the Undertaker. Well,
hey,
just because somebody, what's going on now? Just because somebody was real busy on January 6th, don't make them a bad person. Now, we all trying to, get our rights on, raise the roof. Them folks was just there, man. I don't know. Now, y'all didn't see Taker there. If I felt that strongly about it, I'd have been there. But I had some business to take care of. Yeah, man, all them folks is just out there trying to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, man. Like, it's just really just folks trying to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. That's all.
And there are many more legal, safer ways for them to do that, Mr. Taker,
no,
sir.
Man. Well, I mean, folks is dumb. They're not if you're dumb, you know what I mean? Again, I'm over here,
That's fair. Although I do feel, Mr. Taker, respectfully, that you could directly benefit from something like that going awry, as an Undertaker.
Exactly. I
do feel that
look at Kat thinking
colors your opinion somewhat.
So here's the thing. Not even as an Undertaker, as a rich, you know what I mean? As a rich, it doesn't matter. Y'all are all pawns to me if you're beneath a certain pay grade, like they're fodder, they just go on there, they get shot up or whatever. I mean, hey, you made the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you for your thank you for your service. What's that old gal? The one that poke her head in there in the thing, and
we don't need to mention her name.
Boom, man. Well, it's shout out to you. Thank you. But she's dead. She pulled herself down by the bootstraps. You know what I mean? She pulled herself down by the bootstraps.
Yeah, the bootstraps got stuck in an escalator.
Woof. Hot diggity dang. Woof.
Did we kill Kellen?
There's a thing, man. They say, for whom the bell tolls, man. That time it wasn't for me. That time it was not my gong, man. But you want to make a freedom omelet, you gotta break some eggs. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, man.
I'm sorry. I think is that Kike? Yes.
A whole lot of choppers on there. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of choppers, man.
Okay,
anyway.
So first of all, I've noticed that they only call Kike Hernandez Enrique on certain networks where people have Freudian slipped and called him the slur name before.
Bad form.
Second of all, he just made a catch that made me I thought I was dead for a second.
Oh,
I just thought I was dead.
Dang. I just had some business. But
I was feeling some kind of way about the way the baseball slid into the glove.
Well, just pull himself up by the bootstraps.
By the bootstraps.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Okay, but low key, he actually did though. He's been on. This is his 5th team, and it's the first team anyone's ever actually invested in him on. Anyway, he's a good boy, and I like him.
Looking away. He's one of the good ones. There you go. You just said it. He's one of the good ones. Well, that's my highest. I think I should have a segment on the show.
I mean, Taker, you've been here 3 weeks running at this point.
I like y'all, man.
Weird.
Y'all are some of the good ones, man. I like y'all, man.
Stop, Taker. You don't mean that.
That's. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna come on every week. Y'all already got the Hall of Fame, but I think I will come on and talk about who's one of the good ones. So
am I a good woman or a good queer?
I mean, you're fine. You're what? So that's cool.
I did it.
You did it.
Mission accomplished.
You got some bootstraps over there?
I sure do, Taker.
Can you pull yourself up by them?
I'll sure try. Just for you.
That's all I ask. So let's see. This week, one of the good ones. I'm talking about my man Booker T. All right.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
All right. Now, don't take it too far now.
What did Booker T do to be one of the good ones?
Booker T, man.
Thing happens.
He's just Booker T, man. I like the
Booker
guy,
T.
man. He's one of my guys.
Shout
man.
out to Booker
One
Huffman,
of the good ones. He's one of the good ones. All right, y'all. I'm going. Bye.
Bye, Taker.
All right. Hey, was Undertaker just in here? It smells like Jack Daniels and.
I don't know how you always miss his magical presence.
I'm sorry. It smells like Jack Daniels and fucking
Brimstone.
Blue Lives Matter flags
and
in here.
embalming fluid.
And embalming fluid.
No, not so much. That's kayfabe, guys. But it does smell like police uniforms in here. So.
Okay, but could you imagine if he like used fucking embalming fluid as cologne like in his life? I think that would be a riot.
At some point, I bet he did just because of the gimmick.
Because of the gimmick.
For the gimmick, he'd do anything for kayfabe.
So now that we've had Taker here, Kat, it's that magical time of every Rasslecast Power Hour where we have our guest induct someone into the Rasslecast Hall of Fame. So, the handsome one has a list. It's changed a little since you were last here.
Okay.
And then we will have you induct someone.
All right. I believe I inducted MJF last time.
You did?
Yeah, it's so many more names since then. Yikes.
I don't know if we need to read them to her though. She probably will pick someone that she is familiar with.
You know what? Yeah, let's give it a shot.
So let's go.
Because
you're going to be the first person to pick.
I'd like to
blind.
save my breath, honestly, and not read this list.
Yeah,
can I just ask? I'm assuming CM Punk is already on it.
Yes.
Okay, that was great. Okay, I figured, but I wanted to make sure.
What I did, Kat, was I was leaning Hogan the whole time I was talking him up, and then I pump fake last second and went with CM Punk. And
yeah, man, that shit sucked, brother. You're a dickhead for that, man.
His promo of I couldn't get well in the same place that made me sick. Like, I knew nothing about his history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cat's got away with words.
I knew the ice cream bar thing, and that was weirdly all I knew.
Hey.
But the welcome back promo, I cried. And I'm not a crier.
If we hadn't been recording, I would have been crying. I would have been the guy in the crowd. We were recording at the time. And so I had to keep it together hard in front of all these dudes.
Well, I was in this room actually, and Greg went, "Oh, I think it's over. I bet he came out. Let's see if it's on YouTube." And we sat and watched it together. And I think he got very emotional because that is a wrestler that has meant a lot to him. And my partner's a straight edge. And looking at the aesthetic that CM Punk presents on Instagram, I'm not convinced they aren't the same person.
Does he have an ugly dog named Larry too?
Fun Danhausen fact. No, he has a very pretty kitty named Bruce.
Okay.
Fun Danhausen fact. Danhausen loves CM Punk and calls him Pepsi Man.
Fuck with it.
But also, CM Punk gifted Danhausen the finishing move of Go to Sleep and nicknamed it for him Very Nice, Very Neville.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Which I think is just a class act move.
Yeah, there are a lot of people with really good CM Punk stories. So we love to see it. I think the worst thing anybody's really said about him is that, it's hard to work with. And it's like, because
it's because he's right. It's because Phil is right. Yeah. Shut up, Phil's right.
They said the same about Brett, and then now years later, they're like, yeah, Brett's
the GOAT. Yeah,
Brett was right, guys. You if Brett said you were a dickhead, you were probably a dickhead.
Hey, can you do that Bischoff? Hey, Eric, you fucking yellow belly collar.
hey, Brett, what's going on? Hey, Eric, you yellow belly coward. There's that same old Brett. Shut up, Bischoff.
Oh shit! All right, Kat.
I'm literally scrolling through the fucking AEW roster right now because I feel like I'm.
Hey, listen, just follow your heart, please. Just follow your heart.
All right, fuck it, Adam Page.
There you go.
Can I give an honorable mention to Colt Cabana, not for wrestling, but for like wrestling culture stuff?
Yeah.
His
100%.
podcasts rock. And I appreciate the hell out of him.
Have you listened to the CM Punk one?
Yes.
Okay.
But his show made it a lot easier for me to figure out what was happening.
The art of professional wrestling.
Nice.
Is exactly what
Shout
it was.
out to Colt, man.
He also has Wrestling Anonymous, which I think is really good. I'm also trying to convince the Mark Robb that we should message him and try to get him on an episode about movies and wrestling, because I feel like he would have some really interesting stuff to say. And I also feel like he might actually respond to my emails.
He probably would. He probably would. But Adam Page.
I am giving it to Hangman Adam Page.
That's who I thought you were going to do last time, and you swerved MJF.
I did swerve MJF because I think that MJF, even though his like story is just kind of beginning in a lot of ways, like I think he's going to go to the distance. But I'm giving this to Adam Page because I watch him do the work. And even when he was on break every week, I was waiting for him to come back.
I know that feeling.
But also, as I have continued to watch him, I've realized that even though I was frustrated by his lack of costume changes, that was part of the story. He didn't change clothes until he started believing in himself. And it started really small. He got different boots, and they're cut like cowboy boots. And so as he started to get his kind of feet back under him, he literally started from the feet and built up.
He pulled himself up by his bootstraps.
By the bootstraps.
Oh, snap. It all comes around full circle.
But also
that's going to be the title of this episode is Bootstraps.
The weird mix that he has achieved on his social media, both personal and private, kayfabe versus non-kayfabe, and somehow making them all feel authentic, has been really special. And I think that this is going to sound really weird, but as somebody else who's on like the anxiety depression spectrum, I can see the amount of thought that goes into every move he makes, and I see it landing, and I think it's awesome.
I would have loved to have had that example at the age of 23, 24, where I was, I was pretty low on myself around that time.
Which I can't even imagine for you. But...
Fuck, I was super low. Yeah, nobody knew. Except for people who knew.
Yeah. And as someone who's that age now, seeing somebody be so open about that was such a welcome to the whole sport entertainment complex ideal, whatever, right? I feel like I could sit down with him and shotgun a beer.
You absolutely could.
You could shotgun a beer with me.
Oh,
can we shotgun a beer and watch Muppets Haunted Mansion?
1,000 times yes.
But whatever he's doing, and I know he knows what it is, and I know he's coming for Kenny Omega, and I want that for him. Watching him not just succeed, but watching him believe in himself enough to try has been just nothing short of beautiful.
Yeah.
And I don't think that he could have gotten a story like that anywhere else.
Absolutely not.
No. God, no.
Especially with the very subtle...
No chance in hell.
Subtle moments and notes about addiction and persona and I think part of the reason that I don't like the Young Bucks at all is how they treated him.
Yeah.
Because they basically didn't like him getting so close with their friend that they froze him out. And as someone who is anxious constantly, that's my nightmare.
Yeah.
is that some outside force is going to separate me from the people that I care about, who I thought were on my side till then. And like I said, I think the subtlety that he's allowed to do is awesome. And like, he graduated Virginia Tech in 2 years, which is crazy. And was like, I think he was an English or a journalism teacher, but like clearly he knows a lot about story structure and how to get people invested. And I think it's really special that he's able to spread his wings in that way.
And I think it's really special that professional wrestling and Adam Page have made you that invested in his story, that you were that locked into it. So I think that's just amazing amazing power of professional wrestling.
So I think it was -1's birthday, which was like 3 weeks or 4 weeks after John had passed away, or they did the episode about him passing away.
Yeah.
And someone tried to ruin his birthday, and Adam Page jumped off of the like entry pipeway to like try to stop him. And I was like, oh, I have sold my soul to this man. Like, as soon as he like was airborne, I was like, well, there he is.
You bought
there
all
he
the
goes.
stock. All the Adam Page
there
stock.
Goes my hero.
Like, actually, though,
as he goes.
because he was playing so above it all, but as soon as he had a chance to do the right thing, he did the right thing. And that's something that I relate to in a big way. And I appreciate the hell out of that.
Yeah, we stand a reluctant hero.
Absolutely.
Well, because they're always, you know, they know what needs to be done. They don't want to get involved. And it's just like, my God, you know what I'm saying?
And also, congratulations to him and his wife.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know the gender of their child. I don't need to know. I am very happy for them. And I wish them many, many years of happiness and success and all the health and you know, health and good energy to their child.
I second that. I second that emotion.
I think we stuck the landing there.
If you haven't watched the Being the Elite, I believe that it is called, Powerbomb. It was this week's. As we're recording this, it'll probably be last week's by the time this comes out. There's a very funny bit about 6 minutes into the episode of Adam Page getting a note from AWHR asking why he hasn't been to work.
It's hilarious.
And informing him that he's used all of his sick days. And they send him a Joker card because he was the Joker in the ladder match.
Yes, he was.
The Joker card that they choose to send him is something else.
Oh my.
Well, I know he better be the one to beat Kenny. Kenny can have matches with Bryan Danielson where the title isn't on the line, and they'll be just as hot.
Yes,
they'll be just as. We don't need a title in there. It's Hangman's time, man. Let's do it.
I agree. I'd love to see that.
I want to see him break out of the one-winged angel.
Woo hoo! That'd be something.
And like, there's a non-zero chance I'd make a not podcast appropriate noise.
Hey, man.
I mean, it depends on whose podcast. Right? We welcome most noises. Vast majority of noises.
But yeah, most noises. Do I do anything other than laugh on this pod? I feel like I barely talk. All I'm doing is laughing.
I do also feel that
this is a podcast where this comes. Nigga. You know.
Watching Adam Page wrestle other people was a great way for me to like invest in the people that he was around as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like, Jungle Boy is great, and I stan Jungle Boy, like, unironically. Jungle Boy is not Hall of Fame territory yet for me. He's getting there.
He's working on it. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And
working
also,
on the resume.
He's a baby. I say
child.
this as also a baby. He's a baby. He's got time. MJF is also a baby, but like, I don't know. I stand by what I said. But I do want them to start furthering his character, especially once Jericho goes back to WWE, because he still wants to suck Vince McMahon's dick.
And that's the dismount. Yes, because we all know that is true about Chris Judas. So, Kat Chinetti, after another 5-star outing on the Rasslecast Power Hour, where can the people find you?
That's Kat's actual laugh, guys.
Did you sample my laugh?
Yes.
Oh no.
Surprise.
I love you, Kat.
You never know what's going to happen on the Rasslecast.
I love you too, Eric. Okay, so the people can find me at Kat, K-A-T _ Chinetti, CHINETTI, on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, which I should plug more because I actually do stuff on there, and apparently it's funny.
It is good. It's good stuff.
Thank you. You can also find me at Kat Chinetti on your Facebooks and things. If you see a cat sitting in a movie seat, that's me.
Hey, what's up?
You can also listen to me talk about movies and other things that I like over at We Should Do This Again sometime. I had to reschedule this coming week's episode because I do get to go to the baseball game with my dad on Monday.
Nice.
But we are doing an episode about Halloween Kills, hopefully to come out next week or like late the week after.
Looking forward to it. I got to listen to Deleted the 13th. I got to listen to that.
Y'all really be out here having dads.
I'm sorry. If you'd ever like to borrow Peter, he loves surrogate sons.
Aww.
So he's got 6, and they all have pictures in his wallet. So, you know, you could be 7.
Sure. Okay. Let's do it.
Why not?
But otherwise, like I'm around. I'm on most of the Hyphen shows once in a while at least.
Yeah.
And hopefully once I kind of have my feet under me a little bit and maybe the world's a little less crazy, I might be doing some more columns over at We Should Do This Again sometime.
Nice.
So feel free to check me out there. If you prefer to read instead of listening to me talk, which I understand my voice is grating, and so is my laugh, apparently, you can find me over at catseesmovies.tumblr.com, and that is cat with a K. I actually just posted, or by the time this comes out, I probably will have just posted my my philosophy of Michael Myers piece that I'm working on right now.
Sounds good. I'll check that out for sure.
I have a weird theory about him, and I'm very ready to talk about it. But yeah, that's that on that.
All right. Well, Hyphen, any last words here before we check on out?
I got nothing, man. I'm gonna go find some bootstraps and start trying to pull myself up.
There we go. That's where I was getting at. I was hoping that I was gonna say, man, I'm on
tag team synergy
over here. There you go. I'm on. Well, I got. Well, wait a minute. Hang on. I got some bootstraps around here somewhere. I thought that was them. And I got a camera strap there that I got here, so I'm gonna pull myself up by my camera strap.
I'm sorry, my thigh-high boots are in the car. It's a bit of a hike, or else I'd start pulling myself by them. I can pull myself by the bra straps.
I don't
elevating.
Taker is the one who approves all strap pulling, so we'll have to consult him.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
There you go.
You can do it. Michelle McCool, my wife Michelle, she pulls herself up by the bra strap sometimes. So hell, she can do it. You can do it. Hell, man.
Every time you've ever heard me flicking my suspender straps on a podcast, surprise, it's been a bra. Anyway,
surprise. Oh God! All right.
All right.
Our secretaries will see you out.
The girls will see you out.
Until next time.
Beat it, Marks.
Recording stopped.